Hey there, it's been a while. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll be grateful to you. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Ridge fakes reunion with Brooke, part of plot to dupe Carter? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers predict that Brooke Logan will have a difficult chat with Carter Walton during the week of February 3rd to 7th. BNB fans know Carter is intent on leading Forrester Creations to new heights, but Brooke won't let him forget the coup that devastated Ridge Forrester and Steffi Forrester. Although Carter will despise how it all went down, he'll argue that his LLC takeover is working out well. Carter's vision is being implemented and they're seeing great signs of the firm blossoming into something larger and better. Of course, Carter will struggle with the idea that he lost his friendship with Ridge over all this. Perhaps Carter will wish Ridge would become a team player like Steffi and focus on what's good for Forrester overall. That might set the wheels spinning for Brooke and potentially lead to her launching off a new strategy, one that could benefit her too. Brooke took the CEO role because she thought she could eventually influence Carter on regaining Forrester power. However, that's not going to happen as long as Ridge is being this unpleasant curmudgeon and standing against Carter's changes. Even if Ridge doesn't approve, maybe he should start pretending he's ready to play on the same team, just like Steffi did when she came back to the company. Brooke might even pitch the notion of Ridge being her co-CEO to Carter. Although Carter may remain the LLC manager for now, it'd be prudent for Brooke to slot Ridge back in that co-CEO post if possible. That could be tough as Carter needs to believe Ridge's backing is real. Ridge and Brooke separated up because of the coup, so perhaps they need to rectify that, or at least appear to. Could Ridge fabricate a reconciliation with Brooke as part of a strategy to fool Carter? Brooke might suggest that even if Ridge doesn't want to be back together for real, they have to make Carter believe they've worked things out. That could be the first step toward convincing Carter that Ridge is coming around and ultimately getting Carter to file the required LLC paperwork. Naturally, Brooke might have ulterior reasons if she expects that a phony reunion will lead to a genuine one. This could be a wonderful plan for Brooke to steal Ridge back from Taylor Hayes. On the other side, it's possible Ridge may come up with this strategy on his own, meaning that Brooke could get deceived into thinking the reunion is real too. Ridge might convince Taylor that he has to trick everyone for a while, but she might fear this will lead to him actually falling for Brooke again. Whatever the case, a false Brooke and Ridge reunion might complicate things, so we'll bring you more predictions on all the drama and updates on any shockers along the road. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers predict Brooke will pop over to visit Ridge soon, so that might bring some huge news and a potential proposal. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers Monday, February 3rd. Poppy panics over Luna's vanishing act. Finn's world spins out. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Monday, February 3rd, suggest that Poppy Nozawa will go into panic mode now that she realizes Luna Nozawa is no longer at the prison she was in before. It'll probably leave Poppy thinking Luna escaped and that she's out there someplace doing more mayhem. However, the prison official may tell Poppy that's not the case and argue that Luna was transported elsewhere instead. Poppy will no sure demand more answers and want to know Luna's new prison location, but Luna isn't truly behind bars anymore. BNB fans know Bill Spencer is a powerful man, therefore he was able to throw his clout around and get Luna sent to his residence on house arrest. Bill has gone to tremendous efforts to keep that private and hinted about managing the Poppy situation. In other words, Bill anticipated that Poppy could be a problem and has perhaps even advised the prison personnel on how to deal with her. Poppy may not be able to learn the whole story as a result, but she'll definitely keep investigating until she finds out where Luna is and why she was transported. In John Finnegan's office, he'll fight to get a hold on his emotions. Finn is definitely torn between knowing he could be a paternity possibility for Luna and not wanting to accept it's true. Poppy insisted Finn wasn't Luna's father, but he can't be confident until he follows through on the DNA test and receives some actual findings. BNB just published a preview video for the week of February 3rd to 7th that depicts Finn's eyes popping out like his world's unraveling. That could mean Finn will ultimately see the paternity test results and gain confirmation that he's Luna's bio dad. Then again, it's possible the program will stretch things out even further if Finn gets himself all wound up and bails on the exam for now. Finn might get so concerned about this awful daughter proof and his family's annihilation that he puts the test aside for a moment. Either way, Finn's going to utterly spiral out, so he'll have a hard time calming himself down in Monday's episode. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers suggest Finn's future could be disrupted if it's proven that Luna is his biological child, so we'll bring you more predictions on all the building drama and updates on the bombshell revelation to come. Weekly Bold and the Beautiful must-watch moments February 3rd to 7th. It's going to be a week packed of moments you absolutely must see on BNB. The bold and the beautiful must-watch moments for the week of January 27th to 31st are below. It promises to be a week full of drama, and you won't want to miss a single minute. More, what you missed on BNB week of February 3rd to 7th Monday, February 3rd episode 94:55 Poppy freaks when she discovers Luna is AWOL from jail. Finn strives to contain his feelings. Tuesday, February 4th episode 94:56 Daphne seduces Carter as part of her and Steffi's plan. Wednesday, February 5th episode 94:57 Hope's doubt over Steffi's reappearance takes precedence over everything else. Daphne becomes acquainted with Zend Forrester. Thursday, February 6th episode 94:58 Electra questions Will about his first impressions of Luna. Finn continues to maintain his family together. Friday, February 7th episode 94:59 With Steffi's blessing, Daphne Rose puts her charm magic and knows to work with Forrester Creations and Carter Walton. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Poppy is being treated like a call girl. The bold and the beautiful spoilers indicate that Poppy surely is receiving no respect these days. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Poppy is being treated like a call girl. During the recent episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Poppy and Finn were debating the topic of whether or not he could be Luna's biological father. Of course, the reason why no one knows the truth yet is because Poppy is effectively being treated like a call girl. Finn interrogated her about her sexual past, which clearly made her feel very uncomfortable. Was it really essential to do that? But then again, there's a high chance that even Bill Spencer might be Luna's father. It's an ongoing riddle that no one can manage to figure out. Needless to say, the bold and the beautiful fans surely do have a lot to say about this storyline. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. What's next for Poppy? Some even commented with, how is it that Poppy has been in town for well over a year? Has had many scenes with Finn. No weird glances or subtle clues of anything between them until now. Another critic word, to be fair, there was a moment way back when she first got to town where she went to Finn and claimed she needed to talk to him about Luna. But then I believe they got interrupted or something. I've known since then that there was a strong chance Finn was the father. And then there was this comment as well, I don't care that they aren't biologically related, there is nothing to justify this incest. This is worse than Ridge and Bridget because as disgusting as that was, at least they never slept together. It's sick. I thought I was just taking a break from the program, but it's starting to seem like I will never watch again. Bold and Beautiful's bill needs saving, and we mean now. What the heck has the Bold and the Beautiful done to our favorite dollar bill Spencer? And frightening still, what is it going to do to him next? Don Diamant's on-screen doppelganger was once one of the show's most clever characters, a ruthless billionaire who'd stop at nothing to get his way. He trapped wife Katie in a turret. He wrecked a building with son Liam in it. He built a sex chamber at the office to carry on with Brooke. He knocked boots with Sheila in hopes of getting her sent away from life. There was no there, to which he wouldn't go. Now though, WTH? Although Bill dumped Poppy without so much as a backwards glance, he's housing her double murderous daughter Luna as if he felt she was his for more than 5 minutes. What's more, he's buying the young woman's line of bull. Her childhood wasn't that horrible, she informed us herself when we first met her. So we've to ask, what is the aim with this stripping down of everything that made Bill Bill? We're all for growth, but this feels more like shrinkage. Is this Bill meant to be any match for Ridge the next time they go at it? Is he supposed to be tempting to Katie or Brooke or anyone? Maybe the actual Bill Spencer's been kidnapped, and we've been left with a soft-hearted blockhead doppelganger? What do you think? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers Monday, February 3rd, inmate missing, Poppy frantic, Finn's emotional control. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Monday, February 3rd, 2025, are here. In the following episode, fans can anticipate John Finn Finnegan to strive to manage his emotions. Meanwhile, Penelope Poppy Nozawa is terrified when she discovers that Luna Nozawa is gone from the prison. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, John Finnegan's emotional control BNB spoilers for Monday, February 3rd state that Finn will try to keep his emotions under control. While Poppy remained denying that Finn was Luna's father, he has science to obtain answers for him. Even though Finn genuinely wants to think Poppy is telling the truth, his instinct tells him differently. So, Finn will do the paternity test while Poppy decides to go visit her daughter. BNB spoilers, Poppy Nozawa's discovery on Monday, February 3rd, fans may anticipate Poppy to realize that Luna is AWOL from prison. Poppy goes to the prison to finally tell Luna the truth about her father. Since Finn whipped out the paternity test and Luna's DNA sample, Poppy knows the truth is coming out right now. Poppy also understands it would be a lot better for Poppy to tell Luna personally rather than hearing it from someone else. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Luna Nozawa's disappearance. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Monday, February 3rd state that when the warden tells Poppy that Luna isn't at the prison, she will flip out. Is Bill being honest about Luna's relocation to house arrest? Or is Luna technically a lady on the run? If the warden tells Poppy that Luna was placed to house arrest, she might demand the address. It looks like Bill might have covered his bases on that too. Likely, if anybody does give Poppy information on her daughter's location, it probably won't be Bill's address. Or possibly the warden will refuse to tell Poppy anything other than, Luna's not here anymore. BNB spoilers. Monday, February 3rd, 2025. While Poppy is freaking out, she will have to tell someone else the news about Luna and Finn. That individual is Finn's mother, Lee Finnegan. Just when Lee thought she was all wrong about Poppy, she will find an even bigger family scandal. Poppy might not have slept with Lee's husband, but she did with her son. Plus, how will Steffi Forrester Finnegan react when she learns out the truth about Finn's hidden love child? Which narrative are you looking forward to witnessing the most on Monday, February 3rd, 2025? Share your opinions in the comment area below. Bold and beautiful mystery. Where's the real Bill Spencer? Plus, and as the world turns flashback. History, schmistery. This week, Bold and Beautiful changed everything from Finn and Steffi's wedding anniversary to Bill's past with Poppy. In fact, it spent so much time reconstructing the past that it didn't achieve anything in terms of servicing contemporary storyline. It did, however, set up what looks like some pretty huge shocks poised to occur throughout next week's shows. Ready to dive in? Let's do it. Repeat after me. Is it just me, or is the monotonous conversation growing worse with each passing week? I've said it before and I'll say it again, although I'd want never to have to. All this accomplishes is teach people that they don't have to watch every day. Not a single new bit of information was provided nor story advancement made on Tuesday's episode. There was, however, a flashback to Luna and Lee debating the former's paternity, which started with the younger woman essentially remarking how great her childhood was. Which of course is diametrically contrary to all of Luna's present-time comments, in the same episode, in which she ranted about what a dreadful parent Poppy had been. Later, they tried to sell us on the concept that Bill always felt Poppy was danger. He spoke of there being something wrong and off with her, indicating that was probably why he never sought to find her. Yet we sat through weeks and weeks of Bill getting downright doe-eyed when remembering the lovely night they'd spent together, and we heard him explain how much he regretted not reaching out to her subsequently. Jesus, take the wheel, and drive this program toward a continuity editor. Perhaps that individual will also remind the writing crew that Steffi and Finn got married in August. Then again, these are the same individuals that named Steffi's child after Taylor's abusive first husband, so all bets are off. Come to Papa. Everyone in Los Angeles questioning who Luna's dad might be reminded me of a story Eileen Fulton, who portrayed the iconic Lisa on As the World Turns, told during a cabaret concert I watched years ago. She was telling about the early days of the show, when they weren't permitted to mention the term pregnant. For weeks her character, who was having a baby, went around palm on belly, saying, "How did this happen?" As Fulton tells the tale, a fan, tired up with the continuously repeated query, delivered a sex education leaflet to the CBS studio along with a note, "Dear Lisa, this is how it happened." I couldn't help recall this story as the show kept shifting from folks talking about Luna's dad to Finn and the voices in his head. I heard voices in my head too, yelling things like, "You're a doctor. Run your own paternity test, dude," and so because she told you that you couldn't possibly be the dad, based on nothing, you believed her? I assumed that by Friday, we'd know once and for all whether Finn fathered Luna, but alas. Instead, we concluded with him yet again questioning whether it might be true. That said, the scenes for next week certainly make it hard to assume those test results will indicate anything other than his tie to Luna. She's outta there. The week's one huge development came in the dying moments of Friday's show. Poppy, evidently having determined that she needed to tell Luna the truth about her dad, perhaps before Finn discovers it out, traveled to the prison. Once there, she was told her daughter wasn't there. I'm prepared to wager that next week, Poppy will be told that Luna's been moved, perhaps into solitary confinement. But this again begs the question of just how long Bill expects to host a houseguest. Bill constantly stressing that Luna has to prove to the world she's changed. But how, given that nobody knows where she is, and presumably won't for the next 20 or so years? How can her living in the lap of luxury as opposed to completing her sentence prove she's changed or rehabilitated? Is she receiving additional points for not killing the gardener? Perhaps the biggest question of all is how the character of Bill rebounds from this. And I need him to, because Don Diamant has built one of the strongest, most fascinating guys in all of daylight. I want the real Bill Spencer back, and I know I'm not alone. Daphne, Rose by any other name. In other news, Steffi set the irresistible to any man or woman Daphne on Carter. During Friday's episode, when Daphne remarked that everyone, male or female, desired her and what she possesses, it occurred to me that this narrative would be a lot more intriguing if Hope were the one to fall under Daphne's spell. This twist would also make more sense in a manner. Over the past year or two, we've watched Hope following her heart from Liam to Thomas to Carter. Why not let her be drawn to Daphne too? If this were to happen spontaneously and unexpectedly, it would also seem a lot less icky than what's occurring now. Steffi is essentially whoring Daphne out. Sure, Daphne appears okay with it, but I'm not sure why she would be. I'm also not sure I comprehend where this idea is going. Are we to think that Carter and Hope breaking up would send him racing back to best friend Ridge, hat in hand? And if Daphne's scents are as enticing as has been implied by all the air-sniffing and tinkly music, won't the company make a tiny fortune, thereby proving Carter was right all along? Yeah, I don't get it either. Random thought. Why in the world is Jack spending so much time at Il Giardino? First, he went with Poppy for a post-paternity test drink. The next day, he met Lee there after promising her he'd called to make sure Sheila wasn't working. But why go to those lengths? I have it on excellent information that are at least 2 other eateries in the Los Angeles area, and that's not even including the Peach Pit over in Beverly Hills. Daphne tells swooning Carter that he has her as Poppy discovers that Luna is no longer in prison. Today on Bold and the Beautiful, Bill tells Luna why they need to succeed, Steffi tells Ridge how much faith she has in Daphne, and Carter is bowled over. In Finn's office, Poppy asserts to him that he is not Luna's father. Sniffling, she reveals she wanted Bill to be the dad. She was growing more in love with him every day, and the 3 of them were living like a family. Part of her assumed it had to be Tom, and so she claims she's astonished he's not. Accusing the doctor of fabricating something out of nothing, she begs him not to question about this again, and says Luna is not his daughter. She exits. Finn thinks. April brings in Luna's blood and a paternity test when he calls for it. He says he needs answers. Once she takes off, he locks the door and takes out the blood, thinking about addressing Poppy about maybe being the father. Then he remembers rescuing Steffi from Luna and realizes that Poppy must be right and Luna can't be his daughter. At Bill's, he warns Luna that if her dad is not Tom, she may never know his identity. He adds that could be better than finding out she had a poor one like him. Luna thanks him for sharing and says he makes her feel less alone. But she may never get over not knowing who her father is. He believes they have both done heinous atrocities as the consequences of their suffering. Standing up, Bill claims he would reveal something with her he never shared with anyone, not even Katie. His mother would never even talk of his father. There was just a revolving door of males. His wants were never addressed. It was if he didn't exist. That emotion doesn't just go away. That anguished child kept living in his adult body. The man that he is fights war with that child. That's why he feels so connected with her and believes they have so much in common. Bill had little hope and struggled, doing so many things he shouldn't have. Eventually, he climbed his way out and formed an empire. He wants to make a difference with her and give her a second opportunity. They need to demonstrate everyone that people like them can be successful. When Bill says they need to heal, she wonders how she can accomplish that after her life has been filled with so many lies. She asks why they are expected to do all the work. He thinks they need to take responsibility for their own acts. Luna wishes he were her dad and screams into his chest. At the Cliff House, Ridge tells Steffi not to be smug. She doesn't do smug. She's pleased. Operation Carter Walton continues, she says. Taking a deep inhale, she says the aroma is still there. Steffi is sure that Daphne is a master of smell and enticing men. Ridge asks if she's convinced Carter won't sniff this out. She thinks they need to get her dad back to work to cease his comic attempts. She's determined to put an end to Gold Digger Hope and this coup. Steffi is convinced that it will only be a matter of time until Carter is under Daphne's spell. At Forrester, Daphne waves her hair around while Carter and Hope drool at her fresh perfume. Carter stares as Hope goes on about how lovely Daphne is. Daphne nods. After Hope slips off to a meeting, Carter tells Daphne how thrilled they are. She dances about him, sniffing him and stroking his chest, ordering him to look into her eyes. He can hardly speak. Daphne informs him that men and women the world over desire her and what she possesses. "And you have me," she says. Steffi bumps into Hope in the design office, and they look over Zen's latest work. Hope is amazed she's not nasty about this. They instantly start squabbling about who is in charge. Poppy goes to prison, telling herself she needs to inform Luna about her father. The warden enters and she requests to see her daughter. He explains she's not there. "Thank you for your time. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe."